Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. This video is a collaboration, so anyone who has taken part in this Easter collaboration will be linked in the description box below, and it goes over Instagram and YouTube, so any YouTube videos will be linked in the playlist, and anyone from Instagram will be over on Instagram using the hashtag. All of the details will be in the description box below. So hopefully, when I first set up the collaboration, there was a solid 30 people interested, but that was ages ago, so hopefully we've still got that number. But yeah, in this video I am doing my very first Jesmonite turn-in. Never turned it before. I know it can be turned, but I'm also turning my first egg. I've never turned an egg, so yeah. If you've just joined me on my channel, I do some turning as well, so it's, like I said, it's been a while since I've been out here. This is my sticker wall. Looking a bit bare, guys. So if you do not see your sticker here, hit me up and we can do a sticker swap. Bit of a pan, just in case. There you go. If you don't see a sticker, why not? Why is it not there? I've got all this space. Anyway, this is my lathe. This is my Jesmonite blank. So I filled up a plastic cup. The reason I didn't film that is because this was an impromptu last minute. Why not? Let's just go for it. So this is my Jesmonite blank. I filled up a plastic drinks cup with pink and white marble Jesmonite. How pretty! I've opened up my chuck jaws because neither side was suitable for the original shape, so I've opened these up, and I've changed out my blade on my finisher. I've changed it to the negative rake, so I've got some extra blades here. I bought some negative rake blades last year, haven't used them yet, so I've just changed that out. I'm ready to go. I think I'm going to try and get away with just using this blade because, again, this is all very new to me, this Jesmonite turn-in. We shall see. Yeah, so far that is it. I'm going to put the camera up here, really professional get up, and I'm going to try to turn an egg. Let's see how it goes. So I did start off actually carving out a tenon on the narrow end of the cup. I just don't know why, but I wanted to work the egg from the kind of smaller tip to the fat bum. Does that make sense? I don't know why. I just had to carve a tenon. I could have just left the mould in the chuck as is right now and just carved my egg. But for some reason, I had this vision in my head that I needed to turn the blank around and put it back in the jaws of the chuck. And yeah, so here I am just creating a tenon, and then I do flip it around. I don't know why I did it this way. My brain wouldn't let me do it any other way. Now, I know that Jesmonite can be turned because I know that JP and Rich, the Beard Times 16, they've both had blanks from me that I've sent them, so I know it can be done. But again, I've never done this before, so I am telling you something. As somebody who is not a seasoned turner, I am not by any means a experienced turner. I've only been turning for about a year now. Yeah, it is beautiful. It is a dream to turn. Now, I know that JP and Rich said exactly the same thing, but until I tried it, I really didn't get it. I honestly felt it was almost spiritual. It was like turning chalky, kind of fluffy chalky butter. It's the only way I can describe it. Now, wood, when I turn wood, as anyone does, you know, it's kind of throwing off this sawdust, in my case mostly chips. But this was a dream. The ribbons that I got, I don't get too many on camera, but I did get some beautiful ribbons. I can only describe them as silk, like silky fluffy ribbons of pure joy. It was a dream to turn, and I cannot wait now to turn some more. But yeah, I'm really hoping you enjoy this as much as I did. Now, my original intention was to carve the biggest possible egg from the blank that I had, bearing in mind it was a party cup, so my egg ended up life-sized. It was not my intention. I did want something much bigger, but yeah, again, I'm not a professional turner here at all, so I just kept on working my way through it until I ended up with a tiny life-sized egg.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go, because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, but she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. She'll never know. It's like she stole my heart without knowing she did. But I guess that it will pass. Yeah, I can't be the only one who got lost inside the blue of those eyes. I've gotta let her go. I know it won't be easy. I wanna hold her close, but I have to try as hard as I can, 'cause she'll never be mine. I listen when she talks, I watch her when she walks. She's giving me these feelings that I've never felt before, and she will never know that I love her so well. She's with somebody else and I will have to let her go. She will never know, na-na, never know, na-na. 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 She'll never know.
Now, if you are a turner that can get a really smooth cut on your wood and on your items, then you do not need to sand. Jesmonite, JP and Rich both said the same thing. It really did not need sanding, but again, their cuts are way better than mine. You can see the amount of ridges and the amount of lines I left in my piece, and you can also see where it flew off the lathe. So all I have to do now is to sand down that end. Jesmonite sands like a dream, so all I did was work it in circular motions. I am using waterproof sandpaper here. I do have waterproof sandpaper linked below, but I'm using a really harsh grit here, so I think it's a 180 or 240 just to get as much off as I possibly can before I then move on to like a 1000, 2000 grit and smooth out the whole entire piece. Now, as many lines and ridges as I got in this piece, you can see here, it's quite shocking. I knew that with a very light, gentle sand, I would be able to just get that surface back to the most smooth, almost marble texture. It feels so, so smooth. It only took a couple of runs on this, I think it's, oh, what is it, 1000? I can't see it from here. 1200 grit. And straight away my egg was smooth. It was so smooth, I cannot explain. I can only tell you to go and just touch some marble right now. Touch anything that is super, super smooth and super cold. That is what this feels like. I have weighed it and it's such a heavy item already. You would have seen how heavy it is. Now, if this was wood, it would have been a quarter of that weight. In fact, I've got some wooden bowls that I've turned that weigh less than this egg. It is the most amazing, almost ideal paperweight. Do people even use paperweights anymore? But that's what we'll call it. It's ornamental. It could be used as a paperweight. But yeah, it will just be used as home decor. So you just see me here sanding it back and forth. If you've never sanded Jesmonite, if you are a turner watching this and you've never heard of Jesmonite, this is an eco-friendly, biodegradable kind of powder-based compound. So yeah, it just turned like silk. Silk is the only descriptive word I have for how beautiful this was to turn. And when you do sand it, you do need to continue to add water, like sand it for a little while, then add more water, and so on, just to make sure that that sandpaper is still gripping and doing its job. And it does create this kind of gooey, milky kind of, yeah, but it's all good. It all washes off beautifully, and I absolutely loved this. Do I wish I could have got a bigger egg? Yes, I do. I wish I wish I didn't take away quite as much as of the blank as I did, but you know, I forgive myself a lot of things. It's my very first egg. It's my very first Jesmonite turn-in, and everything that's new to me makes me nervous. So the fact that I've done it now, I know what it feels like. I know it's not gonna just explode on me. then I will be confident in the future to make things with more of a purpose. Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting it to be double the size, but hey ho. So here it is, all finished. It is so silky smooth. It doesn't need all of the sanding, you know, all of the grit, all of the polishing. It doesn't need all of that at all. But of course you could if you wanted to. Jesmonite is a matte product, so I think the only way, if you wanted it to be glossy, the only way would be spray it with a gloss spray. Adding all of the polishes doesn't really work. Gives it a mild shine. But yeah, for anyone asking, I didn't really need to sand it and use grit and things like that on the lathe as you would with wood. But here it is, out in the garden. It's so lifelike. It is pretty much, I don't know, I want to say around about 2 mil bigger than my eggs that I currently have in my kitchen, but it works. It's so pretty, and unfortunately it was such a sunny day I couldn't really get it in the right light to show you the pink marble that is running through it. So much easier to see the pattern with the naked eye than it is to see it on camera, but it's pretty. You just have to take my word for it. I hope you've really enjoyed this. Even if you're not a turner, I hope you found it fun to watch, and if you are a turner and you're interested in turning Jesmonite, I fully recommend it. It is another experience altogether than turning wood. And yeah, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed, and do check out the description box below for everyone who's taken part in the collaboration. YouTube videos will be linked, and then of course there's the hashtag over on Instagram. So happy Easter, and thank you to anyone who has joined in with the Easter collaboration. I love running these in the seasons when they come up. It's so much fun to see everyone's work. Hope you've loved it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.